name is Ravikanth Deshpande. I am representing BST undertaking, which gives two services to the city. One is electric supply, another is transport. I am heading the transport side of it. And as subject says, the smart infrastructure for smart cities. So we are the operators, in fact, in the city for the public transport. And for years together, our operation was like that we were the major feeder to the suburban trains. Our 50% of operation is to feed the suburban railway stations. And major revenue also was being generated from those points. We have some parallel routes to the suburban railway also, but they are in patches where the people do not get the boarding place in the suburban train. So they prefer for such intermediate transport or depend on the buses. Years together, this operation we are doing, but of late, the mobility has become a very big issue in this operation now. So the smart infrastructure means improving the mobility of the transportation system in the city. Suburban trains, metro, they will be having their own individual tracks and dedicated lines. So they won't be affected by this problem of mobility. But what will happen is the public transport, which is at large so far being the backbone of this city, is getting affected. To improve this public transport system, we already have 4,000 plus buses with us. We are operating on 500 routes. We cater to the public beyond Mumbai limits in adjacent municipal corporation areas like Thane, Navi Mumbai, Mira Bhayandar. And what people are requiring is the faster movement. But with the congestion on the road, the movement has become very slow. And where we could complete our trips earlier in 1 hour, now it takes 2 hours. So when we think of a smart city, we have to think of a solution whether we can improve the speed of the vehicle also. A solution like Uber may help only a smaller group, but we are catering to a daily passengers around 3.6, 3.8 million, and that is a huge number. And if these people are given a proper service or proper mobility, they will continue to go by the public transport. Now for improving mobility, what is required is there are 2-3 things which I want to share here. One is the dedicated lane for the buses. BRTS now in Mumbai, I may not be able to say that it is a viable option, but dedicated lane could be another solution. Second point will be the end point or the terminus facilities, particularly at the stations. Because as I said, we are the feeder to the suburban railway and major operation is that. But what we have found for lately, that the suburban railway stations, which were earlier easier to reach by buses, have become very difficult. And encroachment and not what other transport system, they are taking away the major portion and our buses cannot reach to the end point, which is not convenient to the passengers. So the end point connectivity which we were giving to the suburban rail has also gone down. So the another option will be a satis. And the terminal facilities which will be in our hand, as well as the government of Maharashtra and municipal corporation and other development authorities, we want an terminal facilities where public can have the access to those facilities and can have waiting time what is required before catching a bus. So dedicated lane is one of the solution which we had tried, demonstrated to the government authority from say Worli Haji Ali to Varli Chowk, that we had barricaded this one lane, left curbside lane, and we have shown that once that lane is made available to the public transport system, the time which earlier buses were taking half an hour could reach within 6 to 8 minutes. So that is a power of giving an dedicated lane to a public transport system, and it carries, as I said, it's a bulk operation which we are carrying. The SATIS system, if provided, then the turnabout of the buses can improve drastically, and so we can give a efficient service and timely service to the public. If somebody knows the Goregaon Station East, you can travel from any point close to the Goregaon Station faster, but once you reach to the Goregaon Station, it is half an hour before the bus can come out. So such situations are there at majority of suburban stations, and those infrastructure facilities needs to be improved, considering the public transport as one of the backbone for the city of like Mumbai. Even any smart city which being developed, wherever there is a metro being planned, the planning should be along with the feeder services to that. Metro alone cannot be successful unless it got a feeder services. Many places it has happened, even Delhi, when they started earlier, they did not have feeder services. But when they added the feeder services to metro, those metro become very viable and convenient to the people. Another infrastructure solution for improving the public transport and the movement of the people in the city is a seamless travel. We are trying to be there with the seamless travel so that whenever the system comes, we can be on board without any problem. We already have got our RFID cards, cash cards, by which people can travel in our own buses presently. They can be integrated with any system, but other systems are not ready, and that is why we are unable to provide those facilities to our commuter. Once that seamless travel will also be there, the public will have more options of traveling and breaking their journeys and traveling faster. So in my opinion, the smart infrastructure is to be planned when the city is being planned, and once that planning is done properly, our public transport can improve. Thank you.